Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Okay, so today I'm going to address a topic that I get asked a lot. And there's an easy answer to this and there's not an easy answer to this. So it's still a topic that's very debatable. It actually comes up a lot. And that is, do you buy one big subwoofer like a PB16, X15, the dual clips, THX subs, a big rail, or do you buy multiple smaller subwoofers? So okay, once again, I do these testings so you guys don't need to. I've done these a few times with different subs, and I'm going to tell you the pros and the cons on both of these. And you need to sort of have set out your plan for what you want to do in your cinema. Let me explain. So many guys think, let's go out, we buy the biggest, baddest subwoofer we get, take it home, take it out, it's huge, it's impressive, it shakes the room, but then after a while of using it, you will find certain gaps in your bass. This is very room dependent. You might have an absolute perfect room, which almost none of us do, but if you have a perfect room and you can place the sub dead center in the middle, you might be lucky and you're done. But you might find placing a sub to a side, like most of us do, that the bass over here might be good. The bass moving there might be boomy. So your bass is going to differ from seating position. Calibration can sort this out a little bit, but you'll never completely get that gone. So then what you do is you add two subs. So now you add another sub, and you can't just add two on top of each other. That just makes one big sub. You have to have space. So one to this end, one to that end, or the absolute best way of doing this is opposing corners. So one in this corner and one in the opposing corner at the back. That will give you the best bass distribution. But that starts getting expensive. I mean, if we go in rands, this is over 100,000 rand sub. Doing two of those is 200,000. So the solution that I find works is 4 lesser subs, even 2 sometimes, but 4 with the new units like the Marantz and the Denons that can do independent 4 subs, like I did in the Bow and Wilkins room. If you go back a few videos, if you haven't watched that one, please go back and watch that now, then come back here and continue this conversation. So what I did there was my favorite sub at the 20 to 30,000 rand price points. That allows for quite a lot. You can get entry SvS's, you can get Validines, you can get a lot of good subs from 20 to 50,000 rand. But the one that is my choice is the Definitive Technology DN12, and to date no sub has rivaled that for me. All the clients I sold those to, all of them say the same thing. It is insane value for money. Now, those subs are more or less 23,000 rand per sub. So you can get 4 of those for less money than one of these. Is it a good move? It is. You do still have certain pros and cons, and this is where you sort of need to map out the road that you want to follow for your home cinema. If you are going to be buying 4 DN12s or 4 SvS subs, that needs to be it. You are then done, because when you need to upgrade from there, you need to replace 4 bigger subs. You can't have different subs. They need to gel, they need to all work together and not against each other. And that is why the 4 independent sub calibration is so important, because previous years we needed to use a mini DSP to get those all to work as one. But now, with them being independent, or you can still set them up as one, the receiver will calibrate that all for you, and you can go and do little small tweaks. So, what are the pros here? The pros of having one big sub is it has enormous output and enormous spec. This sub can dig down to 13 hertz. That is way below what you can hear. It is all subsonic. So you'll get a movie scene where earthquake comes and you literally won't hear the bass. The room will just start shaking and vibrating violently like an earthquake would do in real life. Now your DN12 can't exactly dig down that deep. It goes to about 20 odd hertz, which is not subsonic, but now you have 4 of those in the room. So it still shakes and hits you like this sub would. But let's say a note goes down and goes, you will hear that note go all the way down, then go to subsonic. Where on the 4 subs, you will sort of get that smack, you'll get the doom, and you'll just sort of not hear the note go down as far as this will dig down. So why I'm saying you need to map out your routes, what you want to do, if your end game is to eventually have 4 of these, which is most of our dreams, because that is almost R500,000 in subs, that will be absolutely perfect. You are done. You never buy another sub. Do it, be finished, be happy. Most of us can't do that. So we need to decide on lesser subs. I'm perfectly happy with my 4 DN12s. And that's why I actually moved this sub here to the front room with the big La Scalas, because the La Scala and this complements each other perfectly. Video on that coming as well. And then I have the 4 DN12s in the Bowers room as opposed to one of these or even 2 of these. I love the 4 subs. If I could get 4 of these, I will. By all means I would. So you need to decide, what do you want to do? If you only have 80,000 Rand or to 100,000, let's call it 100,000 Rand for those that can. If you have that budget, I would rather buy 4 lesser subs. Now by lesser subs, I don't mean go and buy 4 dinky winky subs that can't do anything. Buy 4 proper subs like the DN12, like the SvS PB1000, something like that. Along those lines, buy 4 of those before you buy one big sub. If later you know yourself, you're going to go get another one, then go for the bigger sub. You don't need to get a 16 Ultra. You can even get something like a PB4000 or a PB3000. 4 PB3000s I think will be absolutely insane. It will get you a taste of the 16. It doesn't dig down as low or hit as hard, but it's still a extremely capable sub. So you need to sort of go and check your budget, where you want to be. But what I'm trying to say is you don't always need to kill the bank to have a killer system. For those of you that are in my area, Gauteng, Johannesburg, Pretoria, make an appointment, pop in. I can always play you one big sub. As compared to my cinemas range, I've got the one big one in my living room, I've got the THXs in the Clips room, and then I've got the 4 DN12s in the Bowers room. And if I had to just keep one system, it will be the 4 DN12s in the Bowers room. That is how passionate I feel about this whole multi-sub thing. To a point where when I spec a cinema, I don't spec anything less than 2 subs. You need to have multi-sub if you are going to be serious about your cinema experience. It just gives you a whole different experience. That's what I was saying about the bass. It now is everywhere. You can go to any one of your seats and the bass will be the same across all seats. The other thing is having 2 subs in front and 2 at the back, is you get that in the chair that just smacks you. And having directional bass, it smacks you from the direction where that bass is coming from. So if you guys have not experienced the new Marantz units and the 4 subs, mind-blowingly good. I cannot stress this enough. It is really that good. And apparently all the other guys are now jumping on the bandwagon. Marantz and Denon always lead the way in my opinion. But yeah, that is a debate for another time. Guys, so I hope that answered your question about 1 sub, 2 subs. 3 subs don't really work. So 1 sub, 2 subs, or 4 subs for me. 3 subs might work. but it's going to make you want another one. But just to have 2 in front and 1 near field sub just for the bass and the chair. But if you're doing 3, you might as well do 4. I mean, you're almost there. Just do the 4 subs. So I think I covered all of this. Yeah, that's it in a nutshell, guys. So please stay tuned for the next video. I'm going to give you my long-term experience with the La Scalas and how I partnered them with this subwoofer, and also a few other amplifiers that I tried out on these. And if you guys have not yet liked and subscribed, please go and do that. Share the video. It just helps us with Google and all the analytics and how things get worked out. Thanks a lot, guys. Till next time. Cheers. Bye.